Welcome to RSA 2009. I'm here today with Don Leatham, Senior Director of Solutions and Strategy with Lumensions. How are you today, Don?
Doing real well. It's great to be here at RSA.
Great. We're here today to talk about the future state of security. So I have a few questions for you lined up.
Great.
So Don, how do you see the architecture and philosophy of security solutions changing in the near future?
Well, it's obvious that the malware is getting an upper hand. All of the AVs, people out there are telling us that they're not keeping up with the signature count that they need to. Malware has begun to be very polymorphic, so it changes with every generation that it deploys itself out into the internet and into organizations. So because it's changing, people can't build signatures or understand what the signature will be in future versions of it, so they just can't use the traditional approach of using signature-based solutions to block bad software.
All right, great. So for the broad adoption of whitelisting type solutions, since it hasn't materialized to the point where it needs to be today, so what is Lumensions doing to help drive adoption of the whitelist approach to security?
Well, it's with that change in how people cannot track the malware, we do have to move towards a whitelist approach. One example is in the past, firewall companies shipped their firewalls with all ports open. Now that'd be an irresponsible thing to do. They assume that all traffic is going to be bad, and then they let the good traffic go through. Same thing with applications running on an endpoint. Today we assume that all applications are good applications. So any code that could run, we go ahead and let it run. We try and block it before it gets onto the endpoint. Well, the idea though is that it would be best if we could stop any unknown, unapproved code from executing on the laptop or on the server or the desktop. But there's been a challenge there in that they have not had the list of good applications and a way to fully identify those applications so that we can say whether or not they should be allowed to run. So Lumensions and Microsoft are partnering together to establish a new service. We're calling it Endpoint Integrity Service, which will allow ourselves and other solutions providers to be able to truly identify which applications are pristine in state from the manufacturer and allow only those types of applications that are trusted and we know the integrity of those applications to run on the endpoint. Microsoft will then will work with other vendors to get their application information into this also. Then Microsoft will actually back-license this to use it in their security solutions for Windows and other like Forefront is another security application that you might see this technology come into.
Great. And do you think there will be an application for this service beyond whitelisting?
Yeah, we definitely, our expertise at Lumensions is in, with our application control solution, we see this as having a big impact on whitelisting, and we'll definitely be using it. But I think any place that people are concerned about applications, whether they're doing it for inventory, whether they're doing it for licensing, whether they're doing it for applications being transported across the wire, applications inside virtual environments, virtualized applications being launched off servers onto desktops. In all these instances, it will be critical to know that the application that we're looking at is in pristine state and has not been contaminated or compromised either through negligence or through some piece of malware attacking it. So yeah, we believe strongly that this is a foundational service that many different types of solutions will use to go to the next level of functionality and security for their customers.
Well, thank you for your time today, Don, and we appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.